TGO SC2 here, and got another replay from 2014 WCS Europe Season 1 Premier League. This is from the round of 32 Group A. It's Bunny versus Slivko, game 2 of 2. Up in the top left corner, playing as the red Terran, we have Bunny. And down on the bottom left corner, playing as Zerg, we have Slivko. And he is blue. So Bunny cleaned up the first game, and so we're gonna see what happens in this game. See how Bunny deals with this, whether he comes through and romps home. It's gonna be some interesting gameplay. Me myself, I personally I favour Zerg as my race, although I'm not that pro myself. But good to be able to see some pro gameplay. So Bunny's started off, supply depot out there. He's looks like he's not going to be pulling off any early cheese. Seems to be a bit of a macro player. Loves his macro. And we've got Slivko down here. Yeah, he looks like he's loving his macro too. So gonna go snoop around there, check to see where the SCV there, dropping down a 15 hatch. And we got Terran over here, he's dropping down early CC before barracks even. That's pretty greedy. But in the first game he got to see that the Slivko wasn't playing an aggressive style, so he probably figures he can get away with CC first. And he's going into a barracks. Down here we got it looks like dropped down a pole straight after the hatchery. So he's not being too greedy. He's just playing quite normal really for a Zerg. You got to be a bit greedy, but not too greedy. It's kind of unfortunate. You probably would have been better off just going and dropping down a third hatch and being real greedy. But oh well. Anyway, Bunny's up here. CC's nearly finished. He's got a refinery sitting there, and so it might be a Reaper just to go scout round, but it might just be it's just a Marine dropping down a bunker, playing it safe for a CC first anyway. And over here got the Zerg doing his thing. Yeah, he knows what's going on. He's like, oh yeah, seen that command center. No need to be getting gas too early for me. I'll just get my queens and build a lot of drones. So it's good. It's going to be a macro game. It's going to be a decent length. Oh, down goes the factory and reactor. So it's good. It's just not really much to say at the start of a game, really, is there? You know, like the action hasn't really started to unfold. Then later on, the action picks up, and it's like, holy shit! You know, like you just have trouble keeping up with all the action that's going on. Craziness. So I've got a third queen out. It's good because he's probably going to be aiming for some creep spread. Well, and oh, there we go. Looks like it'll be some Hellions most probably. Maybe Widow Mines, but most likely Hellions. Yeah, there's a Hellion. There's another Hellion. And we got another. Oh, you got a Tech Lab and another CC. Oh, seen a lot of this play from Bunny. Actually, I've seen a lot of the 3cc sort of style. Nice and economic. Here's a third hatch for the Slivko. So he knows what's up. Hasn't went and researched his circling speed yet, but now it's on the way. Shit, 4 queens. Nice. And he's getting a Evo wall with the queens here. Doesn't want any Hellion run bys to mess with him. Hellions coming. Stim. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double engineering bay. That's good. So he's brought his Hellions in here. He'll be turning around pretty quick. He's like, oh well, I can't really get past that, so we'll just I'll back off for a second. More gas for the Zerg. So yeah, we got he's probably going to go Ling Bane into Muta maybe. Putting down spore crawlers all around. Oh, looks like they had a bit of a pause. So lots of Hellions out here. Yeah. So yeah, I guess putting these spores here, he's got, you know, good coverage for if a drop comes in, he's pretty well covered as far as killing the medevac. So oh yeah, he's got 3 queens over here to defend his third, which means that there could be a run by into the main at some stage, but of course Bunny doesn't know that, you know, it's completely free to run by, but he might pick up on it, you know. If he sees the queens over there, he might be like, oh well, you know, I might be able to just run into the main and do some mad damage, but you never know. So double upgrades from both players. Should have the production tab up really. Gosh, that takes up a lot of room. I wonder whether you can make it smaller. If anybody knows how, just tell me how. Because a little bit novice as far as that sort of stuff goes, I guess. Thirds up for Bunny. Nice safe play with the bunker there too. It's yeah, that's real nice. That sort of prevents Ling run bys and that. Lots of Hellions here. No fight though. Fourth coming up. Macro hatch. Spire. Oh yeah. Quite standard play really, you know. This is just predictable for a Zerg versus Terran. You're quite constantly playing this sort of style. Ling Bane, Muta, and then later on into Ultra or Brood. More commonly Ultra, I believe. Okay, here's a bit of a move out from the Terran Bunny. He's got a bit of a force here. He's got his 1-1, but so too does Slivko. He's got his 1-1 as well. Looks like some queens are going to get popped. He popped their cherries. Boom! And he supply blocked the Slivko. Oh, not a good position for the Terran. He's went a bit too far onto the creep. And, that's what happens when you go a bit too far onto the creep. You get yourself into a bit of shit. But oh well. Creep spreads are starting to look quite nice. There's a hell of a lot of creep tumors. So that's showing that the potential for him to be moving out and covering the map and creep, which would be very good for him if he can do that. But also the Terrans, you know, he's got a booming economy too, and he's putting up a heap more racks and another factory. Yeah, upgrades are looking nice. Yeah, quite an even looking game, but Bunny's ahead slightly in the supply, and it's not good for being a Zerg. You don't want the Terran to get ahead of you in the supply, and he kept up with the expansions early on in that, and so he's actually, you know, in a really good state to deal with Slivko. The Terran staying off the creep to be a bit safe. Stepping onto that creep could be quite a big mistake, especially once all these banelings are here. Yeah, it looks like I'd imagine some more widow mines. Yeah, more widow mines. So it's a good choice, really. Yeah, more widow mines. It's probably gonna. Boom! Nice detonation. Yeah, nice splitting too by Bunny. So he's pushing in. He's got a decent supply lead. It's looking very good for Bunny. Not very many widow mines. He's researching the claws, so obviously he's planning on getting more widow mines and doing some mad damage. 3 threes on the way for the Terran. Yeah, great splitting. Yeah. And the Zerg doesn't have hive tech yet. This is not good because 3 threes on the way. He's going to have tunneling claws, and the Zerg's not going to have 3-3 for a long time because he hasn't got hive tech yet. And it looks like the third will be going down. I mean the fourth will be going down for Slivko. He's feeling like he's in a shit of a position, mate. Oh, great positioning by the Terran. He can bounce back into that choke, and then he's got a couple of widow mines there to deal with anything that flows down. Oh, Zerg's going for a bit of a surround. Could be nice. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a bugger, but Zerg just doesn't have enough now, eh? He's losing it. GG. Oh, nice game.